Player Got Talent winner Orin X talks about his original EverQuest song, Training the Zone. And we'll meet one of the developers looking at the EverQuest code. And there's still time for you to vote for your favorites for the Fippy Awards. The EverQuest Show starts right now.
I'm on top of the world, now I'm living. And the good just gets better, keeps on giving. Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter. Gotta celebrate life and get excited about good times and good living. Come on, shout it out. Hey! Take it up, take it over, take it out of control. Today I'm freeing my soul and now you got me singing.
Hello, welcome into the EverQuest Show. I'm Fading here in the EverQuest Show studios, and we still have just a few more weeks before the 2025 Fippy Awards are officially here. Last episode, I announced the official nominees for the Fippy Awards, including the Best New Zones and NPCs for both EverQuest and EverQuest II. But I also introduced you to the nominees in the categories of Best Content Creators, Best Streamers, and Guild of the Year. That's all in episode 34, and it is available right now for you to watch, and you can see all of the full nominees, including full Guild of the Year submission videos, on EverQuestShow.com. Voting is open right now, but it's going to close in early January, so if you haven't already done so, vote now for your favorites. Now, I created the Fippy Awards as a way to celebrate everything that's happened within the past year for the EverQuest franchise, and one of the biggest headlines of the last year was a return to player gatherings, even though Fippy Fest was a lot different from the SOE Lives and the fanfares of the past. It is my firm belief that there is still a market for a reasonably priced gaming fan gathering of all the Daybreak games, including EverQuest. Now, this is in contrast to the super fan gathering like Fippy Fest, which I loved, but which, priced as it was, did more to bruise the player studio interaction than help it. This is what I believe made SOE Live so successful in the past. During the SOE Live of 2013, the organizers of the convention put together a variety of panels, events, and entertainment to fill the 4 days of the convention. One of those events was held during the closing banquet, and it was dubbed Player Got Talent. There were comedians and singers that were brave enough to go up on stage in front of an audience of gamers and be willing to be judged. But it was in that hall of nearly 2,500 people that we witnessed one of my favorite memories from all the fanfares.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Orin X.
My brothers told me they were going to go to the SOE event. I had never been to one. I looked up stuff on the site, and it was like free admission if you participate in the talent show.
Ever found yourself battling a snake in the sand when suddenly a madman comes charging over the hill screaming, "Damn my eyes, what would you like your tombstone to say? It looks like it's my time to run away."
It was just the dumbest lyrics ever, but that was just one of those things that like stuck out in my memory from early days in EverQuest.
And they all wanna eat ya.
That's what those words are all about.
Now I find myself in the moon in a cave that looks and smells like poop of mushrooms.
I was just beyond mind blown. I felt like I was dreaming, and it was hugely humbling and overwhelming all at once, because I was just like, wow, like I thought this was gonna tank. I thought at best I'd make a couple people laugh. Still that day, I was making some changes and going out into the car, like in the parking lot, the casino, kind of just trying to mentally prepare. People already were laughing so hard that I started to laugh at the ridiculous things I was saying, and so I actually had to like stop singing for a bit, because I was just like, I'm about to tell everybody that a crazy owl bear wants to eat ya.
Crazy owl bear wants to eat ya.
I think gaming conventions, if it's a game that you're passionate about, it's just one of the coolest experiences you can have. I kind of feel like with everything in life, just for me personally, it's so much better. Everything is so much better when you share it with someone else, at least for me. It was pretty much one of the coolest moments of my life, because I was just like, I can't believe they all enjoyed that much. Like, I thought this was garbage. Like,
Ever found yourself battling a snake in the sand when suddenly a madman comes charging over the hill, screaming down my eyes? What would you like your tombstone to say? It looks like it's my time to run away. Ooh, I'm training in the zone, 'cause I've got a man in seaweed pants and 18 crocodiles, and they all wanna eat ya. Now I found myself on the moon, in a cave that looks and smells like poop, full of mushrooms. These blue guys keep looking at me. The skin fills the air with such a sweet decay. And I know they say this game is free to play my way. It just so happens that they didn't work out so great today. Ooh, I'm training in the zone. If you were sitting AFK, maybe you should sit and be okay. Crazy Albert wants to eat ya. And I know they say this game is free to play my way. It just so happens that they didn't work out so great today. Ooh, I'm training in the zone. If you were sitting AFK, maybe you should sit and be okay.
Keeping the games running for 25 years, that takes a team of engineers. Now, earlier this year, I sat down with one of those engineers to talk about the challenges of decades of development.
I'm Kris Cheesman, and I'm an associate software engineer on EverQuest. Generally, the things that I'm working on are bug fixes, any kind of small tasks that we need to accomplish, and then usually once or twice a year, I'll be the lead for a project. So I've been playing EverQuest for over 20 years.
How do you deal with the 25 years, 27 years of different code in there?
It's a challenge. I generally try and understand as much as possible about whatever system or feature I'm working on, to kind of make sure that any of the past work is understood. That way the new work that I'm piling on top of it doesn't cause too many issues. Some things can just be socketed in to where they don't touch anything else. Other things go very deep and touch a lot of that early code. And those are the things that you have to be really mindful of the things that you're touching, because it can have unintended consequences.
How often are you looking at code that someone wrote 27 years ago?
Pretty often. There's a lot of comments in the code, with early 2000 dates. And it's very interesting to be able to see those and kind of think back to the things being done then. I think probably the encounter lock system. I think that is a polarizing system, but I think it's probably the most significant thing that I've worked on. So there's the two aspects of it. There's the damage side that prevents damage, and then there's the aggro side that prevents unwanted aggro. And so each of those were kind of two separate projects that relied on some similar things. Both of those systems, the damage system and the aggro system, are pretty old systems, and they affect a lot of the game. It was challenging to get a good understanding of each of those to be able to make the tweaks that needed to be made. EverQuest is a very complicated game, and so being able to handle all of those situations cleanly took a lot of work. It's still probably not as perfect as we'd like it to be. I think my favorite zone, the one I've probably spent the most time in, is Dead Hills. I've ran a lot of the heroic adventures from that zone. It has a special place. This may be controversial to say, but I really like the cat model. As a dog person, I really wish we could put in a clean, good-looking dog model. There was a recent thing that came up with the persona system. We had some reports of people dying unexpectedly, and after some investigation, it ended up being a solution for an old exploit related to mounts, where if somebody that wasn't a knight was on a mount, on a knight mount, they would be killed. I think that the persona system is pretty revolutionary. It's still an early implementation, and I don't think players have figured out all of the ways that it can be utilized. But just the concept of being able to change your class opens up so many doors that people don't even know about yet. And once they find them, I think it'll be interesting as that feature evolves.
Hey, Carl here with a tip for new and returning players to EverQuest and EverQuest II. Some of you veterans might learn something as well. Have you ever had trouble finding something in your zone even though you have the coordinates? The waypoint feature will help. If you look up how to find something online and it gives you coordinates, there is an easy way to find your way to it. All you have to do is type /way, that's /WAY, and then enter the coordinates. You can either type them out or copy paste them over from the site using Control-C and then Control-V. This will create a WISP trail to those coordinates in the zone that you can follow. Never get lost again. If this helps you out, let us know in the comment section, and don't hesitate to share tips you want us to share in the future.
Well, if you haven't voted already in the Fippy Awards, make sure you do so. The link is going to be in the description of the video. You can also go to EverQuestShow.com. The Fippy Awards will be held on January 19th, right here on the EverQuest Show YouTube channel. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in NORAD.
We gotta be the best we can be. And though sometimes we don't want to, still we gotta chase our dreams. Reach up and reach high, because we're gonna pull through and give it all we got, even though it can seem hard to catch and make it happen. But we can't start sliding, come on, and do what you gotta do to fight on. And so no matter what comes your way, nothing can ruin your day or even wipe a smile away. And by the time I'm up and out of my bed, I got 100 new ideas floating around in my head, with the hope for tomorrow, a dream that I can see of all the awesome things, the great people we can be. Or maybe by the music or the songs that I sing, I'll change the world with the simple message that I will bring. All I know is that it's out there, there's more to discover, a lot of good things we